What is going on, people? Welcome back to Kai Talks Combat. In this one, we're going to be talking about the clinical masterclass that Jai Opetai put on Jack Massey. That resulted in Massey's corner throwing the towel in the 6th round of their contest. Let's get into it. I said it in my preview of the card, and I'll say it again. Jai Opetai is a scary, scary man, and he is the monster of the cruiserweight division. In the lead up to the fight, everyone expected Jai to win with reasonable comfort. However, a lot of people were saying Jack had a real chance in there. And from the outside looking in, he absolutely did, right? Jack is a real game fighter. And he's really heavy for a cruiserweight. Let's not forget that Massey had previously campaigned at heavyweight against Joseph Parker. And although he came up short, many thought that he gave a real good account of himself in there. And although most picked Jai to win with relative ease and comfort, a lot saw Jack as a real test for Jai. And he absolutely put a clinical performance against Massey. He really did. And although Jack Massey showed real heart in there, it was a one-sided beatdown, with Jai absolutely destroying Jack. Massey was just unable to find his rhythm in there, with Jai just applying the pressure and upping the levels every time he did. So he was unable to get more than one shot off at a time. In the 4th, the writing was being written on the wall as Jai really started to unleash on Jack, busting up his left eye and causing a cut there. Massey showed real guts and determination in there, and he's got to be commended for that. But his face was a bloody mess. Going into the 6th, Jack looked like he was holding on for dear life in there at times. And although Jack won't be happy with it, right, the warrior that he is, I think Joe Gallagher made the right decision by throwing the towel in the 6th, because I think it was only going one way. And at least this way, Jack hasn't taken too much damage. Both fighters return to their families safely, and Jack can come again another day. Coming into this fight, Jai was already the boogeyman of the cruiserweight division. But after this fight, he has undoubtedly announced himself as the king of the cruiserweight division and as the man at the top of the tree to beat. So what's next for Jai Opetai? Let's talk about it. Jai is very much on a journey to being undisputed at cruiserweight, and he's going to be hungry for unification fights. So the most obvious next step for him is to wait to see the result of Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez and Chris Smith, who of course are headlining the Latino night card in Saudi Arabia for Riyadh season on November the 16th. The other unification option, of course, is Noel Mikhailian, who holds the WBC cruiserweight title. I think given that Jai, Gilberto and Chris are all fighting out in Saudi courtesy of Riyadh season, most likely option for Jai will be to wait to see the result of the 16th of November and fight the winner of Gilberto Ramirez and Chris Smith. It's also been heavily rumoured that Beterbiev is making a move up to cruiserweight, with Turki Al-Sheikh saying he would love to see Jai versus Beterbiev, and Jai saying he's game for the fight as well. Could that also be a fight that we see? I think given how close Beterbiev and Bivol's fight was, I think the obvious next step for those two is that rematch. So we're probably not going to see that fight next, but it could certainly be something that we see further down the line. And my oh my, that would be a sensational fight. Let me know your thoughts and comments below. Where do you think Jai ranks amongst the current cruiserweight champions? For me personally, he is the man to beat. And what fight do you think is next for Jai? And where do you think Jack Massey goes from here? Let me know your thoughts below. Thanks for joining me again, guys. Drop us a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.